Hi, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter love reading. I'll first be doing a tarot love reading, and then I'll be doing a Lenormand card love reading. Now I know you're not familiar with the Lenormand cards, so I'll walk you through it. And then after that I'll be doing a I Ching reading that's associated to the two previous readings. Now let me explain my tarot love reading and how it works. First of all, I go card by card until I find the Two of Cups or the Lover's card, or any court card from your sign. For example, Cups for Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And then I look for the card that's associated to your sign too, such as Virgo for Hermit and Cancer for Chariot. And I put it up here, and then it depicts the overall feeling of the reading. It's overseeing the reading. Now I'm doing my Know Thyself or Know Yourself reading. I gave it this moniker so it's easy to remember. But the main cards are What You Know, What Is or Can Be Yours, and Self or Self-Awareness, and then the Future card. Now each card has a clarification card along with it, and I'm using the Hanson-Roberts deck. And now on with the reading. Hi there, Gemini. I thought I'd mix things up and do a love reading for June. Those in the northern hemisphere are looking forward to summer and things to sprout and grow. And those in the southern hemisphere are waiting for winter and turning on the heat and ready to cuddle up. And I thought this would be an opportune time to do a love reading. I'd like to wish all the Gemini happy solar return for those at the end of May and going into June. Now you're the one sign that I do the reading a little different, because Gemini rules the Lover's card, and you'd get gypped, and you wouldn't have a major arcana card overseeing your reading if that's the first card I find. So I decided to use the Magician card, and for the mere reason that the Magician is a new beginning, using your willpower, and also Mercury rules the Magician card as well as Gemini. So when I was going through the deck, I was really looking for the Lover's card, the Two of Cups, the Magician card, and any of the Sword court cards. Now the first card I came up with was the Queen of Swords. She's air and rules words. So I'm sure Gemini has something to say about it. But it's also about intellect. And she has the sword of truth. She makes fair decrees with it. It gives no mercy for those who wronged her. The Queen plays life like a chessboard, where she has the insight to see many moves ahead. And she can perceive lies miles away. And when she's overseeing your affairs, you have to be careful about letting resentment go out of control. But she empowers you to make good decisions because she doesn't take emotions into account when she's making decisions. Now down on the left for What You Know, you receive the Fool and the Two of Swords. The cards don't say why you want to go on a new quest, but it says you do. You want to go on some new discoveries. You want to find out how your little microcosm fits into the big picture. Maybe you decided to go on this quest because you didn't believe what the Queen of Swords was telling you. Oh yeah, I'm going to go find out for myself. I remember years ago I'd make a big announcement that I made a decision and I'm going to go do this, and I'd go to reach for the doorknob and my mother would go, "Okay, if that's the way you want it." And it was like immediately I had guilt. She was playing the guilt trip on me. You know, she's saying, did you think about it? Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what will make you happy and what your purpose in life is? Just don't be an itinerant wanderer, aimlessly walking around looking for something that you're not even sure exists. Now the Two of Swords is about making decisions, balance, partnership. But it's about opposing forces that puts you into some kind of dilemma and makes it a difficult decision because she's got her arms over her heart chakra. Maybe it's something like doubt and confusion that's manifested some kind of conundrum that's now transcended into some kind of denial. You have to make a decision about something. You're going on a quest, so now you have to decide where you're going. What crossroads will you take? Now the center cards for what is or can be yours is the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Eight of Cups is about walking away from something. Perhaps there was some kind of grief or painful time. And now it's eclipsing. Some people think, oh, it's a bummer, I'm walking away from something, but no. It's now you've freed yourself from bondage. You are now free. Hallelujah. And you're searching for something that was missing in your life. And so is the Fool back there. You're supposed to be making decisions as the Fool. But now that you're going towards the future, it's really time to get rid of some emotional baggage and throw it overboard. There might have been an unbalanced relationship going on here. And now you're in search of your true self. Or is that desperately seeking you? And the clarification card, the Queen of Pentacles, is about being pragmatic. All of a sudden, you've got a grip on reality. And that's why you're going on this quest as the Fool and walking away from things. I'd like to explain the role of the court cards in my love readings. Now, the pages bring ideas and news. And knights launch these ideas into action. And after some experience, queens bring understanding. And kings assist in attaining your long-term goals. So here the Queen of Pentacles is a grounding force of earth. And she's giving you understanding, so all of a sudden you're seeing things with more clarity. And she can oversee emotional affairs. But the Queen of Swords up above, she's keeping everybody in line. She'll wallop you with that sword if you get out of line. And on the right, for yourself and self-awareness, you receive the Justice card and the Knight of Pentacles. The Justice card is usually about something that's out of balance in your life that needs to find an equilibrium, indicating that there are matters in your life that need some kind of attention. And this can be court proceedings and maybe an official separation or a divorce, or it could even be a marriage. Some type of court documents are involved in this. But the Knight of Pentacles is telling you to slow down. He's the slowest knight in the court. He just kind of trots along and accumulates things as he goes. But any Pentacle card tells you that you have to pay some attention to your material matters, your earthly matters. Now, even though the Queen of Swords is overseeing the reading, the future cards of the King of Cups and the Moon is saying don't give up on emotions here. Because the King of Cups is the apex of emotions. He might be as cold as outer space on the outside, but he's as warm as the inner sun. And he's one card that can ameliorate a broken heart. He wants you to balance out the unconscious inner self with the conscious foreself. And he'll take turbulent waters and make them tranquil. And he wants you to master your passionate, emotional self. Because he really is about self-control and not going off the handle. And the Queen of Swords, too, is about control. But the King is about controlling emotions, and the Queen is about controlling the words that are sparked by emotions. And the clarification of the Moon card is indicating that you're doing some soul searching and trying to rid yourself of your shadow self. Can indicate dreams, coincidences, intuition. The darkness around you doesn't sleep. There's an awareness of a expectancy and a hesitancy. You're living in a stillness that detects subtle sounds. This is a time that you're just not in the night, but you're part of it, and it belongs to you. And with the presence of the Fool there, it's telling you, yeah, you're going on some kind of soul searching. You're making some kind of decisions with the Two of Swords. Again, the Eight of Cups is indicating you're moving on. And the Queen of Pentacles is giving you the understanding. Justice is equaling things out. The Knight of Swords says, don't rush yourself. And the King of Cups is just saying, love thyself before you can love others. And let's see what the Lenormand cards say. I put out a sample spread of the Lenormand cards so you can see what they look like. Now the tarot deck has 78 cards in it, and the Lenormand decks have between 36 and 39. Now I'm using Under the Roses deck, and that has 39 in it. I'll be laying out 18 cards, 9 on the top and 9 on the bottom. And every card has a word translation, and then I'll be putting it together to make a sentence. And I'll show you all of the translations as subtitles. And then I'll read you the sentences, and after that I'll put the sentences on slides so you can read them yourself. Now let me explain the difference between the tarot cards and the Lenormand cards. The tarot cards are your response to a certain situation, and it's more emotional and psychological. Where the Lenormand cards give you real-time action of what is happening. The tarot cards are about emotion, and the Lenormand cards are dispassionate, and it goes on from subjective to objective, verbs to nouns, psychological to physical, feeling to seeing, participant to spectator. The tarot cards will tell you why your husband left you because he had mother issues. The Lenormand cards will tell a woman why her husband isn't home because he's at the bar having a few beers. And a lot of times these Lenormand cards can put things into a sequence of time. Not all the time, but sometimes. So let's see what comes up in your reading. Okay, I laid out your 18 cards for your Lenore love reading, and I translated each card into a word and then made 2 sentences out of it. Now, just like the tarot cards, when you see man or woman, it could be either gender. And now I'm going to be putting the subtitles up of the words, so you can study the words if you want and turn off the video. I'll be reading the sentences to you, and then after that I'll have them on slides so you can read them yourself. So the sentences go, revealing an overpowering destiny from a betrayal of sex from a man transforms hidden dangers. Woman's desire for a new beginning with a man is misunderstood by the woman as a happy and spiritual affair. Now after this, there'll be the I Ching reading, and I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.